Good, what's good, everybody? Welcome to Candid Combos. I'm your host, Clay Price. We got Chloe with us. Say what's up to the people, Chloe.
Hey everybody, happy Wednesday.
For sure, for sure, for sure. How's your week been thus far?
Pretty good. I'm still waiting for, the sun, but other than that, it is good. It still feels like fall in Michigan, so yeah. But other
Oh,
than that, you know what? I ain't gonna complain.
you say you waiting on the sun.
Yeah, the sun. The sun. I know you haven't seen it in a while, so you might not remember, but I'm waiting on the sun, yes. The
Okay,
sun.
I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. Yeah, this the D right here. So this weather be extra temperamental up here.
Yes, it's been fun.
Oh man, shout out to everybody joining us tonight. We appreciate you guys joining us. Like I said, once again, like, share, subscribe. Listen, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, so definitely follow the pages, share out the show. Let's say we got a interesting show tonight, but share out the show. Let's say we want to get this content to as many people as we can get it to spread the message, and then two, let's say the more people that you can get in the conversation, the better off the conversation goes, the quicker you get to solutions with all of the different perspectives and experience levels and so forth. So the more people we can get, the better off the conversations, the topics will go. So let me do this real quick. For anybody who is not scared, I said I welcome you to join us on the panel. I'm going to throw the link up on the screen so you have it. There's the link right there at the bottom of the feed. I'm also going to drop the link in all of the chat feeds for the show. And basically, all you need to do is throw it into your browser, if it be Google Chrome, if it be Microsoft Edge, your iPhone, whatever device you're on. Throw it in your browser, and it'll let you join us on the panel. Let's see, you do have the ability to cut off your camera if you are scared. We understand, but it helps with the engagement. I said, just helps the conversation go smoother. So, I don't know, Chloe, you ready to get into this?
I let's get into. I don't even know what the okay. I don't even know what the show is about tonight because usually we talk about it and we have not. So I really don't know what the show is about. So I'm finding out when you guys find out. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So here, let me switch this up. All right. So let's go on and get on into this. Let's go on and get on into this. So the topic for tonight. So y'all been lying this whole time.
Who is y'all?
Well, we're gonna get on into that. So let me run that back for all the people in the back, as they say. So y'all been lying this whole time. All right. So let's get into this.
Hmm.
So came across another video. I like to come with the videos for a little bit of context. Came across another video, a young lady, talking about ladies. She giving up secrets, doing all type of stuff. So I said, hey, let's have this conversation. Like I said, this conversation may go in a million different directions, but we're gonna have it tonight. I need to get my boy C Prince up on here right now. Huh. I gotta find my boy C Prince. Okay. Well, yeah, let's get into this conversation. Actually, you know what? Here, let me shoot this link just in case. Just in case. Hold on one sec, y'all. I just want to make sure he get this. Hold on one sec. Oh, I think he got it. Okay. I think he's trying to pop in right now. Yeah, I think he is. All right, we're gonna get ready to get into this. I don't want to keep the people waiting.
Let's get into it.
See, Prince, connect back in, man. I see you trying to come in, connect back in. All right. So let's get into this. Let's get into this conversation. So y'all been lying this whole time. Let's get in this conversation.
Going to hate me for saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Part one. The same way that men go through their kind of hoe phase, like their cheating phase, where they just don't know how to be faithful. Like y'all know what I'm talking about. That like that little phase that they go through normally when they're young, but some of y'all old motherfuckers go through it too. I don't know. We have that phase too. But ours is so much worse because we're going through our phase secretly. You can go through a whole relationship with a woman thinking that she never, ever cheated on you. And the whole time she was. Because when we do it, we put more effort into hiding it. You'll never find out unless we want you to. If you find out that a woman's cheating, she wanted you to know. That's why I can't stand behind the whole men ain't shit thing. Because men and women go through that ain't shit phase. So the reason why we friend zone you is because we are 9 times out of 10 not physically attracted to you, but we know that we can get pretty much whatever we want out of you. And because you are in that phase with us where you're trying to impress us because you actually like us, you'll do pretty much whatever to try to impress us. And we take full advantage. We know we can call you for anything and you will say yes because you're hoping that the friendship leads to something more. I promise you though, it's not. If she wanted to be in a relationship with you, if she actually liked you, that would have been done. All the shit that you do for her, that would have been done if she really wanted to be with you. And I am well aware that what I'm saying does not apply to all women, but if the shoe fits, wear that bitch. Part 3, y'all. So you know that saying, nice guys always finish last? I'm gonna be honest, there's some truth to that. I want you to really think about this. Have you ever had a girl sit there and tell you how good of a guy you are? You're just so perfect. Any girl would be lucky to have you. Like, have you ever had a girl give you that little speech? Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Have you ever sat back and wondered, like, okay, if I'm so perfect, then why don't you be with me? I'm such a nice guy and girls would be so lucky to have me. So why don't you be lucky? Like, be lucky and you have me. One thing that it could be, not all the time, but it could be this: you're too nice. And I know that is such a fucked up thing to say because you're like, how the fuck can you be too nice? Like, how is that a thing? But females, we have this thing and it's not right. I'll be the first to say it's not right. It's so fucked up. But we have this thing where if you are too nice, if you have no masculine energy to you at all, if you're just too nice, it's cringy. It's one of the biggest turnoffs for women. Like, I don't give a fuck what she told you. I don't care what she says. I don't care. There's going to be females in these comments saying, that's not true. Bitch, yes, the fuck it is. And you have done it. Don't lie and say you haven't. Why do you think girls always go after that guy who's kind of an asshole? Why do you think that's a thing? Why do you think that is? It's because he's more masculine than the nice guy. Even though we know the nice guy is better for us, we know he is. We crave that masculine energy. We crave it. It's like how you know you're supposed to eat healthy. Like, you know that you should have a salad, but that double bacon cheeseburger just be hitting so different. It's the same type of concept when it comes to nice guys and the assholes.
Lee Prince, what's up, man?
What's up, man? I've been having technical difficulties getting on this show tonight. It kept on telling me it's unresponsive.
It's all good. It's all good. We're glad you're here, man. I need you for the night, bro. I need you for the night. All right. So that was a young lady letting it all hang out, exposing everything. Shout out to Kamiki. She said, let's see, the girl just compared a man to a hamburger. You know what, Mickey? It sounds like y'all be looking at dudes like hamburgers out here. Man, let's get into this conversation. I said that's the title. So y'all been lying to the fellas this whole time. So let's get into this. So this young lady got on here. She did this video, and as I understand it, they tried to cancel this young lady. Yeah, they tried to cancel her on TikTok for getting on here saying these things that she said, making these 3 points. So she caught a little backlash for what she let out. But y'all want to have this conversation because, ladies, y'all just been capping this whole time. Just capping, just capping this.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Just been out here capping, all up in front of these fellas' faces. Look at this, Mickey, as they should. Oh, so Mickey, you think she should have got canceled? Is that what you're saying? Drop a comment. Let me know. I need to understand that. All right. So I'm gonna take this point by point. The young lady made 3 points. I'm gonna take it point by point. So let's start with this, as she called it. I'm just gonna call it what it is. She called it the whole phase, the 304 phase that women go through and men go through. So let's touch that first. So I'm going to step on out here. I've never heard about females going through no 304 phase.
Really?
Hold on. I only hear this about fellas. This is how fellas get labeled that they dogs and they ain't no good and ninjas ain't ish and all of this. Cause see, you know, the way it gets presented to the fellas is the only ones that go through this phase where they just out here doing whatever. So I got to hear the other side of this. It sounds like the lady's been hiding this whole time. So somebody tell me something. Why the lady's been hiding this all this time?
I don't know if the lady's been hiding it or y'all just didn't know. You know, I don't know if y'all like to. I don't think traditionally you guys think of us in that way. I don't think that men like to think of women in that way, especially if it's a woman that they're with or that they like. What I mean is, I don't think y'all like to think or believe. I should think. Maybe I should say it that way. I don't believe that y'all like to believe that women do that. I think that's why it's easier for women to be in a relationship. And I wouldn't know. I'm literally speaking from outside in because I didn't have a whole phase, and that's not a judgment. It's just truth. I didn't have one of those, and I also have never cheated, so I don't know from personal experience. I'm simply saying that I do know women who have had their phases. I know women who have cheated in relationships. So what I think is, I don't think that you guys want to believe that a woman would do those things, especially the cheating in a relationship part. And I think that's part of the reason why it's a bit easier for women to cheat. Like, women are slick, definitely more slick than you guys are. But at the same time, I think that y'all don't want to believe that your girl is doing that. So, you know, I think that's part of the reason why it kind of flies under the radar. But yeah, I mean, the whole face thing is a real thing, though. It is real. So, I mean, yeah, but I mean, you're gonna go point by point. I'm gonna let you go point by point, but it's the masculine energy for me. So everything that she's
we're gonna get to that.
For me, but
we're gonna get to that. Go ahead, C Prince.
Are we talking about hoism?
Yeah,
pretty much. She said the ladies out here going through the 304 phase, man, and basically they doing it better than the fellas are doing it, man. But see, like I said, that don't get broadcasted like that. Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead, C Prince. Let's hear it.
The women, listen to this. Like, this is the thing, right? Most of these, now let me give these players the real education on how your pimping is weak. Your pimping is weak. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Bruh. Listen to this. When you with a woman, right? Hands down, and she starts advertising about what you are doing. You know what I'm saying? but she get tired of your butt because guess what? She telling her girl how good her man is. And then her girl telling how good they man. This is how you get this entanglement stuff going on right here. We're gonna use that word entanglement. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? They swap it. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? But guess what? They're gonna keep their lips closed and stuff, you know. The brothers mess up the whole game because they try to get this woman to catch feelings when all she wants is a minute. That's all she want to know is the goods are good. You know what I'm saying? Hands down. So the brothers think they pimping. You ain't pimping. You being pimped by a woman. Hands down. Most men are being pimped by women. And guess what? They just don't know it because guess what? If you're a good man, you know, they know you're going to be there waiting because you're looking for a good woman. So guess what? They ain't ready for that good man yet. They want that mandingo out there. That smackabelly out there. You know what I'm saying? They ain't ready to be the housewife. But guess what? They need to get all that frustration and that desire out because when you get with sometimes you get with these lame dudes, they don't know how to bring that freak out of them. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Because by nature, women are very more sexual active than men. You know what I'm saying? Hands down. So guess what? A lot of men don't know how to bring that freak out. And guess what? They got to keep testing the water until they find out what that brings that thing out, bring that freak. How you say a freak in the sheet and a woman in the streets? That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, this is what I'm saying though. But see, this does not get, like I said, I'm just speaking from my opinion. This does not get broadcasted. Yeah, and I said so. There's things that slip out, right? Because at the end of the day, you know, ladies will say that they are better at these things than men because they're a lot slicker than men. So if that's the case, then y'all be straight up doing this stuff. But see, y'all don't broadcast this out. That's all we really ever broadcast out is what the fellas doing. So the fellas is unfaithful. The fellas is reckless. They doing this, they doing that. But I don't hear the ladies talking about what they doing out here.
That's the whole point.
The women are smarter.
But that's the problem.
That's the whole point.
They smarter, bro. Check this out. You meet a woman, right? Right? The first time she sleep with you, she's gonna be a little timid and stuff like that. Right? She gonna be timid. She gonna do y'all gonna do y'all thing and stuff. And then things that this is how brothers get turned out. Then all of a sudden she gonna slide like, have you ever done this before? He was like, nah. Next thing you know, his nose wide open. Wow. Well, and you know I'm telling the truth because the first thing the brother be like, yo man, you know what she did to me last night, bro? I can't even tell you what she done to me. And guess what? You already know what you're dealing with. But guess what? You ain't never experienced what she did because guess what? She learned it from somebody else. She brought it to you and elevated your game and made you more nasty.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? It's all type of stuff going on. Let me jump to this.
Move it on.
Yeah, let me jump to this next point. I'm a little frustrated with the ladies. I said, if any ladies are down in the comments, I see we got some viewers right now. Like I said, definitely join us on the panel if you're not scared. Like I said, that's the link to get on the panel. But just drop us a comment and let us know you are here. You know where all of our watchers are checking in from. So let me go over to the second point that the young lady made.
Okay, so wait, let's review for the people who just joined the show. The video that you played was a young woman on TikTok basically telling all the secrets about what women do. So the first point was that women go through what she called a 304 phase, a whole phase, where they're cheating and they're, going from guy to guy, and they can spend a whole relationship with the man and be cheating the whole time, and the man won't know because women are more slick than men. The second point that she talked about was
friend zone.
Yeah, the friend zone, and how guys, she's the only reason why she's even keeping you around is because she knows you like her so much that you're willing to pretty much do whatever she wants. So they'll take advantage of that, but really you ain't never gonna be nothing but a friend. Part 3 was her talk, and I don't know why I have 4 fingers up. Part 3 was her talking about guys being too nice, and that women really don't like guys that are too nice, and we won't tell you that, but you're you're too nice. We need masculine energy, and that's why we always go for the bad boys. And yeah, so that was the video they played. And your point is basically women have been lying.
Right, basically. I've been capping, hiding, doing all type of stuff. Basically, the ladies ain't been being honest. That's really what it is. And they definitely ain't been forthcoming with this information. Go ahead, C. Prince, then we're going to have to point two.
That's why I'm about to jump on that point two, because that point two is a bunch of BS that you're only gonna be a friend zone. That's a straight up lie. I mean, there's certain men that will always be friends, but guess what? A lot of these women are cheating with their friends or they so-called friends. They label them as friends. So guess what? Oh, he's just a friend, but guess what? He ain't your friend. He's something more, but you label him as a friend. So how you gonna say? You know, we all know that lame dude. I hate to say it like that. That dude that has, look, his game ain't grown up. Even though he's 40 years old, he's still like a 6-year-old trying to talk to a woman. Hands down, we know these dudes. But at the same time, you know, a lot of these women we talk about, they in the friend zone. But guess what? Nowadays, the friends with benefits is real good nowadays. I'm telling you.
But that's what she's saying. She's talking about the guy that doesn't really have a chance with the girl. She's not talking about the dude that that she's willing to get with. She's talking about the guy that is a friend. Like he ain't never gonna be more than a friend. Like that's it. But she just keeps him around because he's cool. And like she said, he's willing to do pretty much anything. So she's talking about the guy that's waiting around for his chance, right? He waiting around thinking maybe at some point, like you said, he gonna get a chance to get in there, but she ain't feeling him like that.
Now, let me tell you about the game about that. Any man staying around a woman and he know he's just a friend ain't trying to smash her. He's smashing the friends. And he's smashing the friends.
That's not true.
Listen. She's just the gateway to get him.
I promise you that's not true.
Listen.
I promise you that's not true.
Okay. I was gonna say, you know what?
I promise you, because even I have had this experience.
Listen.
So I'm just gonna tell you that I promise you that it's not true.
Listen, I'm trying to.
What that girl said, there is truth to what she said.
No, I'm not talking about
absolutely true. There are guys who will hang around waiting in the wings, hoping and waiting for an opportunity, and these dudes will wait for a long time. These dudes will wait while you're in a relationship.
I didn't say he wasn't going to wait around.
Yeah, they do that.
He sleep with your girlfriends as well.
They do that. They ain't doing that.
Yeah, but wait, you know I'm telling the truth.
No, they ain't doing
I'm telling the truth. They might not know it.
They don't want the girlfriends. They want that one. That's why they still hanging around.
No. Everybody.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
So let me touch this. Let me touch this. So, essentially, this young lady was saying that essentially she out here using dudes.
Yeah.
So she literally is telling us that ladies will put guys in the friend zone and literally use them for what they can get out of the guys.
Yeah, that's what she said.
And I got a problem with that because I see it all the time. Ladies will dog men who string women along. They will dog men who will be with a woman and not commit to her, but yet be extracting all of these things from her. They literally will dog men for this stuff. But this lady is sitting here telling me that ladies go around friend zoning dudes all the time, extracting all of this stuff from these dudes. And like, that's just how the ladies do it. Like, come on, ladies, y'all been hiding this stuff for a long time. So this brother think he out here trying to have your back, trying to show you some support. You know, you calling this cat because you done got a flat tire over on 8 Mile somewhere. You know, he the only cat show up, change a tire, help you out, and the whole time you just playing them ladies. Come on, let me get
okay, so go to 1.3 because I got a point about that.
Okay, so we got a comment from,
like I said,
hold on, let me get a couple of these. We got a comment from Candace Renee. She said all of these phases mentioned by this TikTok woman are really just traits of a certain type of individual.
I can agree with that.
She said they all fall on the same immoral level. Okay.
I can totally
feel that.
agree with
I can
that.
feel that. Shout out to
I can
Kandid
agree
for
with that.
comment.
I can totally agree with that.
We got let's see, Finley Domo. He said he letting himself be used though.
I mean, because here's the thing, like I'm not condoning this, by the way. And yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I've had dudes that have, I know they've been hanging around in friend zone hoping for the opportunity, even though I have been very, very clear that I'm not interested. But literally, this is why I know this actually happens, because dudes will do that. Like you can literally be like, no, I mean, you can be in a relationship and these good dudes will be like, you know, we're friends, you know, we're just friends. And you're like, okay, you know, like I'm not the type of person that's gonna take advantage of a guy that's doing that. But I've literally had dudes that, you know, it's like, well, you know, we just cool. And I'm like, okay. But like these guys will wait. And I'm like, that really says something about the dude. Like it says something about the woman who's taking advantage of that. Okay. It does say something about the woman who's taking advantage of that. But at the same time, dude, why would you why would you wait around? Like she is giving you all the signs and indicators that she's not available. Like old girl said, if I liked you like that, after all the stuff that you've been willing to do for me, it would have been on and popping. The truth of the matter is, after you've done all of this for me and I'm still not checking for you like that, it ain't gonna happen, right? So why you still hanging around, allowing yourself to be in this position? Like at some point, as a man, though, you should be like, it ain't gonna pop. It's not happening. You know what I mean? Like, what? I mean, it's not happening. It's not happening. So why am I still here with this like this? So I'm not condoning this behavior. I'm not saying it's okay for her to take advantage of a man. I'm not saying any of that because it's not. But at the same time, as a man, I would go, dang, like, when are you going to just like get a clue like this woman is not for you? She's not for you. So I don't know.
Listen,
I feel like
I can't let you have that side of point of view, because listen to this. There's some women that you know you're gonna be in the friend zone with. And guess what? You're going to do it. You're going to take your crack here and there. But guess what? Life goes on. You're not going to sit there and hang your basket, especially when somebody's in a relationship. You can be like, they ain't in a relationship. But guess what? I'm not going to tell them all my business. I'm going to make myself look available, even though I'm not available. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know I wanted to get with you anyway. Because guess what? I don't know. Listen to this. Yeah, there's some men who will stop their life for one woman and be lonely for the rest of life. But shoot, a lot of men ain't gonna stop ourselves for one woman and be lonely and guarantee.
He might not be, but see, he might not be. I'm not saying what he's doing on the side. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A relationship, he could be kicking it with somebody too, but he's still there.
But see, he's there.
Still coming when you call. He's still doing whatever you need. I mean, you see what I'm saying?
Because think about it.
Why are you putting yourself out there like that?
Most men go around women and they listen and they bounce ideals off each other. Men and women bounce ideals. Be honest. In relationship, you got a male friend that you're gonna bounce friends and stuff, or somebody you know that you didn't talk to because they interested, but y'all bouncing each other, y'all whining at each other about stuff like that. Hands down, that's how life is. This is the truth of the matter. But like I say, like this, the problem is when the woman breaks and cross that line of friendship, stuff like that. Or when the man breaks and they cross it, you know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Everybody could be broken.
But that don't happen though.
Listen, everybody can be broken.
That don't happen though.
No,
that don't always happen.
No, I'm saying
everybody not always happen.
If you catch a person in the right time, wrong, in the right situation, things can break. Hands down.
But that don't always happen. But that doesn't always happen.
No, I'm saying it can. I didn't say always. Did I say can? I didn't say always. I said can. So
but see, that man is literally waiting around for the off chance that she might have a vulnerable moment or something might give or something might break. And that could literally never happen.
Look, all men and women do wait around for somebody to break. It's both sides. We wait around.
So let me say this then. So, okay. So if that's the case, then why don't the ladies, because they you know, they tell the fellas what to do in this situation. So I'm gonna flip it around. So why don't the ladies just tell him, that ain't nothing about to happen, go on about his way and be done with it. Like, why you gonna sit there and leverage my man and be taking stuff from my man? Like, see, man, y'all ladies.
You gotta ask a woman who does
They
that.
like the attention.
You gotta ask, right. I mean, I'm sure that's a part of it, but you gotta ask a woman who
Okay,
actually
let me
takes
ask the
advantage of the
lady.
situation.
Let me ask the lady. So we got about a good 20. Okay, so we got a chunk of people in here right now. So let me ask the ladies. So ladies, instead of friend zoning the dude, why don't you just tell this dude that ain't nothing about to happen and go on about your business? Like, let's just keep it straightforward. Because I said at the end of the day, if a dude was doing this, you definitely would tell him to cut it. Somebody gonna have to cut something. How y'all just gonna keep using this dude, knowing that you don't really want nothing serious with this dude, dragging him along in the back corner, stringing him along, got the leash around his neck, got him changing your tires, got him over here taking you out here and there, got him over here at the cookout, knowing good and well you don't want to have nothing to do with this dude. Why are you playing with a dude like that? Come on, ladies. Somebody say something. So y'all done got quiet. Comments quiet. Everybody quiet. Candace, tell me something. Candace, why don't y'all just shut him down and tell him to go on about his business? Ain't nothing about to happen. Go ahead, C. Prince.
I will tell you why they don't do it. Because they already know what he is. They're comfortable around that man. Hands down, they're comfortable, regardless of what they say. Because they already had the conversation about they just friends and stuff. And guess what? If they still remain around each other. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about something else. that means they're comfortable in their situation. So ain't nobody being used per se. They're just comfortable. And guess what? Yeah, he gonna take his shot. But guess what? You don't score unless you take a shot. You know what I'm saying? Hands down, you don't. It's just like I said. He ain't banking on being with you. But guess what? Like I said, it's like rolling the dice. You're gonna hang around, and guess what? If she's cool to be around, y'all go on events and y'all cool. You leave with some woman, she leave with some man. Guess what? That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? They know each other better than, and 9 times out of 10, they're gonna get to know each other and they're gonna be close friends and stuff like that. But it might not happen. But if it do happen, guess what? They gonna still have their friendship, and guess what? Ain't nobody gonna know. Period.
See what I'm saying? That's all that sneaky stuff. Let me get this comment. Candace said, I honestly couldn't be around someone I'm not trying to deal with, and I know they like me. Let's see. I am irritable and a low tolerance kind of person. Okay, so Candace says she ain't got the patience to be playing with him. Okay, I ain't mad at that. Candace also said, I think women don't say anything because they're lonely on the inside and broke as hell. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
I'm paying the money.
I mean, hey, I mean, those are. I believe those reasons as well. I can't disagree because I don't really know the motive, but I can see, like Prince said, like I can also see a woman not wanting to say anything because they do like the attention. You know, like it might be nice to have a guy around that you don't have any kind of obligation to. You don't have any real accountability to this guy, right? Y'all just friends, so you know he can't hold you to anything. Like it actually is like for some women who aren't looking for any type of commitment, it's probably like the perfect scenario, right? Because you have this guy who you can call that'll do whatever you want him to do, but you don't actually have any accountability to him. You don't have to sleep with him if you don't want to, like, you know what I mean? Like, but he can do those things that maybe you need done, or, you know, you just have somebody around, like Candace said, if you're lonely and you maybe just want to have somebody to hang out with, like he's just there. And of course he's going to respond because he's waiting for the opportunity, right? So he get a call from you or you hit him up and he like, oh yeah, because this might be that moment, right? So yeah, I think it's definitely unfortunate. But I am interested in knowing what the male side of that looks like and like what that perspective looks like, because I'm like, why would you want to kind of keep yourself in a position like that as a man? So I'm curious to see what that looks like. But yeah, but dudes do. I mean, do and you don't have to. I understand what you're saying, see, Prince. I'm sure there are some women leading some of these guys on. So I'm not saying that that's not happening, but you actually can be honest with a dude and be like, you know, you just, I really don't want nothing with you. Like, we're cool. Like, I like you. You cool. Like, or maybe we grew up together. Maybe you from around the way, but I'm not seeing you like that. And some dudes just, they don't. They really just don't know how to take that no sometimes.
Okay, let me get this comment real quick. So shout out to Donovan Crawford. He said women have several needs, and they dream of one guy who fulfills all of them. Let's see, all of them. But in the meantime and in between time, he represented the D right there. In between time, some women will befriend different guys for different roles, reasons. Okay. So she just gonna get a little something from everybody, huh? Just gonna be greedy with it. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, see, Prince.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you like this. Men, we are the master of advertising ourselves to women. Sometimes that friend role benefits you to the T. I'm telling you. Listen to this. You say no, but guess what? Sometimes your girlfriend look at that dude you call a friend and all the things he say, he doing that. Now let me get him some of this good and see what he do for me. Understand this. You know, that friend role, it really sometimes is not a bad idea because guess what? Maybe he ain't got no game. Just as how he's gonna get in. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what?
Bruh.
Any form of advertisement is good advertising, good or bad. So if you tell your girlfriend that, yeah, he's a good dude, but he ain't for me. But let me call him. He gonna bring us something. You know, your girlfriend like, huh? But you dating this sorry dude over here, but this dude is doing everything. The only thing this dude's giving you a wet ass over here, but this dude is actually taking care of all the business. Guess what?
Bruh.
They're gonna be interested in that dude. I promise. Listen to this. Listen, people will talk about it. A woman, they look at the finances and they want the romances. You know what I'm saying? They look at the finance because guess what? Most of these women are stuck with dudes that they consider their piece, and their friends, the men their friends got their shit stuff together. And guess what? They dating these bums. But my friend right here he can go out and pay for drinks and stuff. We ain't gotta go Dutch or something like that. Or he gotta wait till he come off the block or something like that. Understand this. The friend zone, these friends are winning. Because I got a lot of friends, male friends, my homeboys. They are friends. But guess what? They friends with benefits. They getting it. They listen to this. No commitment, no nothing. Because guess what? They understand. We on some grown people stuff. We just friends, you know, maybe we do something, maybe we don't. But it doesn't matter. Because guess what? If she don't, she will. Understand. This is the type of world we live in now. Let's be real about it.
Man, that's too much playing going on. It's too much playing going on. Man, let me jump to this third point. All right. So the young lady in the video, she made a third point of men being too nice, or essentially nice guys finish last. So I need to understand something, ladies. I need to understand something. Y'all got guys out here thinking that they need to be nice to y'all. Is that not the case? Should the fellas just stop being nice to y'all? Because at the end of the day, if the nice guys finished last, then why y'all got fellas out here feeling like they need to be nice to y'all? That's not right.
I mean,
hold on. I got one more piece to this.
I'm sorry.
I got one more piece to this.
I'm so sorry.
One more piece to this.
Forgive me.
The second part of this is all the ladies out here talking about they want a Russell Wilson. Based on what this young lady said, y'all actually really do want that future. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. Why the nice guys finishing last? Why is the nice guy not getting the love like the, as she called them, the a-hole or the thug or the knucklehead cat? Why? What ladies? What the heck is going on? I need somebody to explain this to me.
I mean,
Come
I
on,
do
Candace,
too.
come on with
I
it.
need the ladies to speak up on this topic because I gotta be honest. Like, I'm out of depth with this one. I I don't relate to really any of these because I don't really do this specific type of stuff. And I feel like, I have to agree with Candace. Like, I can't relate to these mindsets. Like, this ain't I've never not wanted a nice guy. Like, I don't that makes no sense to me. I don't even get that. So now when she made the comment about masculine energy, I do understand that part, right? Like, I don't want a guy who's like really soft in terms of or extra feminine. So like I do agree with that part when she said we want a guy that has masculine energy. So I understand that part. She got me there, but the whole part about nice guys finishing last, like, man, not wanting a nice guy, like, I really do not understand that. So maybe somebody can explain it to me.
You get a couple of these comments, then we're gonna go to see Prince. Let's see. Donovan, he said women are funny. He said they want the knucklehead that will throw hands, just not at them. You know what, Donovan, man? I'm starting to see a little bit of this funniness, Donovan. Starting to see a little bit of this. Candace Renee, she said, because if he comes over to your mama house and cuss her out, you'll be feeling some kind of way. Okay, so I guess Candace is in support of the nice guy if I'm understanding that right. So yeah, I need to understand this. You want to say something on this, see Prince?
Yeah, you know what? I don't listen. There's no such thing as a nice guy. Because you bring in a nice man out his character, he gonna show you who he really is, hands down. You know what? Because it's just the fact, how he carries himself. Now you just gotta say, what's the right guy for you? Period. Nice guy. Because sometimes men be nice to you because they don't want your ass anyway. Period. They want you to put them in the friend zone.
Yikes.
That's been the truth. Because some women like, oh, she all right, but man, she ain't about jack. She looking good, but guess what? All she could be is my friend. Because guess what? She ain't got nothing to offer. And you know what? And that's what it is. So I don't think it's just a one-sided thing. Because most, I look, I don't get this too nice stuff. Because guess what? Just because he what's that? Wood. Tracy
She agreeing with you, man. She agreeing with you.
Thank you. But I think the problem is that women have been taught how a man is supposed to act, like a general view of how men are supposed to act. You know what I'm saying? Men, and just like women, we come in all shapes, sizes, and colors and personalities, hands down. You got to find one for you. So if you say you don't want no feminine man or you want a masculine man, that's your choice. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but I got a problem with that though, see Prince, because we've touched on this before on previous shows, right? Mm-hmm. So the ladies are saying, let's say we back to this again. Mm-hmm. The ladies are saying that they want a masculine man, right? But when men step up and show their masculinity, if I said that right, masculinity, the masculine, when they step up and show it, the ladies be having a problem with it. Yep, they don't want the dudes to be vocal. They don't want the dudes to be firm. They want the dude to do whatever they want him to do. Like, they don't want masculine men. So I'm trying to understand, what is it that the ladies want? Do you actually want a masculine man? Because okay, so let me put it this way. This is how it looks. Ladies today want to pick and choose what part of his masculineness gets to come out. That's what it seems like. They want to pick and choose which part of him being masculine that they are going to accept. So they don't want him to get at them about nothing. They don't want him to be firm in the household. They don't want him to put his foot down. They don't want him to have standards and have requirements for women. They don't want none of that stuff. But if some dude say something slick to him, then they want him to go throw them hands.
Exactly.
If they come to him and say, hey, baby, I need some money. They want him to hand some money out.
Right.
But when he checked them about something, then they don't want that masculine part.
No.
But
See,
see,
what's up with that? I need somebody to come on now. See, this
You
ain't
Well,
making
because we don't want to we don't want you to hold us accountable. That's not what we asked for. See, now you asking, and when I say we, I don't mean me, by the way, because I want all of that. I want my man to be a man. I want him to own his. I want the 4 P's from my grown man. I want them. You know, I want that. I don't want I don't want to tell you how to be masculine. I don't want to dictate the levels of your masculinity. I don't want to I don't want that. And you know what? I feel like a lot of so Candace said a lot of men demand respect instead of commanding it. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I can agree with that though.
Uh-oh.
I do believe there are some men who do demand respect instead of commanding it. I feel like if a man carries himself a certain way, and I hope that I'm understanding you right, Candace, but I feel like if a man carries himself a certain way, then he won't have to ask for respect.
thank you.
He will get it. He will get that. So I think that's what Candace is trying to say. Hopefully I'm getting that right. But yeah, okay. So she's saying maybe not a lot. Yeah, but there are men who are like that though. There are men who they feel like just simply because they're a man, you should automatically just respect who they are. But yeah, I do think the problem with some women, and I still feel like this does go back to what Candace was saying earlier. I think you are talking about a specific type of woman. It's just unfortunately those women are the most loudest. I don't think that they're most women. I do feel like those women are the loudest, right? So it just seems like they're everywhere. That they want to dictate a man's masculinity. They want to say protect Black women at all costs, but then they want to turn around and say, but don't do it this way, don't do it that way, don't do it like this. I don't want you to say this to me. I don't want you to do this. And it's like, how can you ask a man to protect you at all costs, but then at the same time you want to dictate how he does that? So I agree. I do believe that there are a lot of women now who are cherry picking, right? They want to tell you what to do, how to do it, but then say, I don't want a nice guy, or I don't want a toxic masculine man. But then when, so it's very confusing to me as a woman. So I can't imagine what a man feels like when women start talking like this, because then what is he supposed to do? How does a man actually respond? So yeah, I mean, you have a point, and it's a valid point. We do see a lot of that. We see a lot of that cherry picking. That's just like with the whole Will Smith thing. That was a perfect example. Now, I would not have asked him to do it that way. I wouldn't have. However, if my man stepped up to do that, I'm just gonna support him. We can argue about it when we get back to the crib. We can argue about it behind the scenes when we get back to the crib. I could tell you I thought you was wrong. I could tell you this, I could tell you that. But in the public eye, I'm going to support you because you are my husband. I'm not going to throw you under the bus. I'm not going to talk about how you was this and you was that. I'm your wife. So ain't nobody going to know that I would have preferred if you not had done that. That's going to stay between you and I, because I need to still allow you to be that man, right? I need to still allow you to own your masculinity. I need to still allow you to have that space to feel like you can respond. And if I don't agree, we can have that conversation. But that's not for everybody. That's not for everybody to know. That's not for me to clue everybody in. What we see a lot of now is women wanting to step out in front of men and tell them, what kind of jobs they should be working, how much money they should be making, what they should be doing, what they should be wearing, what they should be saying, what they shouldn't be saying, and what's toxic, what's not. And I mean, for me, like, I just feel like, once again, we are talking about a specific type of woman and a specific type of standard.
It's true. That's true. You want to say something, C Prince?
Yeah, let's go back to this soft man.
Hey, man, come on with it.
I'm looking at these comments. Who wants a soft man? Check this out. First thing, I'm gonna say it like this: if he's a man, he ain't soft. Period. He might carry himself different than what you used to, but he's still a man. So guess what? We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. Understand this. Just say this is the man that you don't want to be with, because he don't fit your idea of what a man is. Guess what?
Okay.
That's what it is. Because some of these soft men that you consider soft it's gonna step up like you won't believe. Understand this? It's just his personalities that you don't like, his traits, his demeanor. You don't like. Because you don't like it, that means somebody else gonna like it. Understand this. Because like we said, we don't want no manly women. But guess what? Most of you women walk around here manly.
Stop with that most stuff. Stop.
I'm gonna say it like this.
Stop with that most stuff.
No, I'm gonna say it just like it is.
No, don't say that most stuff. It ain't most of us.
I'm gonna say most of you.
Don't say most. It ain't most of us. Stop
Guess
that.
what? You know what? That's what it
Stop
is.
that.
So
if it ain't, we ain't gonna do that most stuff now. Come on now.
Oh,
you don't know most.
I didn't
You
say
don't
all
know
of you.
most women.
I gave a percentage of you. Some of y'all out there acting right, but most of y'all, guess what?
Don't say most. That's
You
not
walk
fair.
and talk like a man, act like a man. Guess what?
Don't do that.
You carry yourself when I approach you hit me with the yo, what's up, and all this. What you doing tonight? Guess what? Ain't that my love? You know what I'm saying? But guess what? We ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there because guess what?
You don't went there.
It is what it is. So guess what? If you don't want no soft man, we don't want no hardcore woman. How about that?
I can appreciate that. It's the most for me. You won't gotta say most because most of us is not acting like that. There might be a lot, but it ain't most.
Most and a lot is the same word. Just sounds better.
It's not. It's definitely not. Because see, when we get to talking about most men, all men, most men, see, y'all don't like that stuff. So we don't like most either. So let's leave always, never, and most out of the conversation.
Oh, they're coming for you. He said, sorry, sis. Yes, it is.
And I love you, Vince.
Thank you. Let them know.
It's not most.
It's
not. The reason why I say that, and this is why I say that, guys, on a serious note, that's why I said that earlier, because I know that those women are the loudest. But please understand, that's why it feels like they're most, because they are the loudest. They are so loud. They are so boisterous. But the truth of the matter is, if you are on the other side, you can see the women who don't feel like that at all. They don't feel like that. And the women who don't feel like that, unfortunately, are the ones who, like myself, we just don't say anything. We don't agree with it.
So that's 1% of the women population.
But we just don't say anything. So because we're not saying anything, then it looks like most women actually agree with that, or most women actually feel that way. Because those women who don't feel that way, we're just not saying anything. But the women who do feel that way, they're so boisterous and they're so loud that they're not gonna, like, under Quay's posts, like if you guys follow my husband, like Quay, he always posting stuff to stir the pot. And you get on there and it always looks like, right, there's a ton of women who are for the, whatever the negative side is, because they be on a negative. And it always looks like there's way more women than that. But then if you actually know a lot of the people that he follows, a lot of women who don't feel like that, they're not even commenting on those posts. They're not commenting on them. So you got this, you have all these other women who follow him that aren't even saying anything on the posts. But all you see is the 20 women who are saying, whatever negative on the post. And it's just, so it looks like it's most women. And it's I just feel like we have to be careful with that, because it's like it's like the narrative of all men do this, all men do that, all men do this, or most of y'all black dudes don't do this, and most of y'all black dudes don't do that. And until y'all can actually show me a survey, and this is the only time I'm gonna ask for receipts, because I don't like most, I don't like always, and I don't like never. This is the only time I'm going to ask for receipts.
No.
Show me the numbers.
No.
And if you can't show me that most women actually believe that or feel like that, just like I can't show you that all men this and all men that, then I'm sorry, I cannot give you that. We're not going to do that.
I didn't do at all. I said most. And plus, guess
It
what?
don't matter. Always, never, most.
Listen,
It don't matter.
I still go out to clubs and stuff. I get it in. Guess what? You go to a club, you're going to see, you don't need statistics. You can look at reality. Reality ain't going to lie to you. It's in your face.
But see, exactly.
Statistics is only a part of when they take statistics, it's only a
Mm-hmm.
part of the population.
Exactly.
You go out here.
But you're proving my point. But you're proving my point.
Yeah,
my
so
point is,
I go out there, most women, guess what? They look good and stuff, but guess what? They carry themselves in a mannish way.
But you proving my point. You proving my point, though. It's about where you are. It's about who you see. And you're always going to see the girl or notice the girl who is walking around with that energy. She's going to make sure you see her.
No.
You're not going to be able to miss her. You're not going to miss her. She's going to talk loud, walk loud, dress loud, and be loud. So you're not going to miss her. But the woman that's not carrying herself that way, you probably, it might have been 50 of them girls in there, but I bet you probably didn't even pay attention to them.
Oh, no.
You probably didn't even pay attention to them. Because they were the ones that was kicking it with their friends. They was the ones sitting at the table. They was the ones that was going up to the bar. You know, they was the ones where maybe they friends or they significant others was going up getting their drinks. Like you probably didn't notice them, but I guarantee you that they were there as well. But no, they not the ones dancing all up in front of the mirror. You know, they got to have the slow roll contest in the mirror. They got to do all that. They not doing all of that. They're not doing that. That's why you don't see them, friend.
No.
You don't see them.
Hold on.
You don't notice them because they're not doing that. I'm trying to tell you.
No, because you don't know where I'm going.
That type of woman carries herself a completely different way. I'm trying to tell you, she don't even carry herself the same way.
Oh, no.
She don't even carry herself the same way.
Listen to this. I go to black tie events, tuxedo events.
Well, you just said the club.
No.
So now I'm getting
hold on. And I'm about to tell the clubs I go to. I don't go to no neighborhood clubs. I go to them high-end clubs with professional people, senators and all that. See, understand this. You know what I'm saying? You assumed I was going to the hood. I ain't going to the hood.
You said club. You didn't say you was going to. You didn't say you was going to a social club or an exclusive club. You didn't say nothing like that.
Limited personnel getting in clubs, type that. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't say that.
Hey,
that's a
I
different
clubs, but listen, like I said, it's not. Look, what I'm saying is, we elevate ourselves. You know, I'm not down there. Them young boys they doing too much for me. I can't move like that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't sweating out no suit or no outfit for nobody. You know, I'm gonna get my little old man shuffling going and stuff like that. But other than that, you know what? I'm gonna get that apple martini and do what it do. Hands down, that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm too sophisticated. I might come from the street, but I don't act like it. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is this: a lot of the women, and guess what? I'm not faulting the women for acting, being manly and stuff, and carrying themselves in a manly fashion because they got to take care of themselves. But guess they dealing with the lack of men. You know what I'm saying? Even though your age don't make you a man, period. But guess what? You women are dealing with these men. So guess what? It's your fault. Hands down, it's your fault.
Well, hold on, C Prince. Hold on.
This just went somewhere.
No, I'm just saying. We gonna say they lying.
I'm like, where it go?
No, look, I'm saying, Quay, they're not lying. They living their truth. That's what they're living.
Now, hold on. Okay, so we got to touch that.
Ooh, it's a whole lot going on right here.
We got to touch that real quick because that's the trigger. That's the trigger right there, Lesson. I think Vince might be on here right now. My guy Vince, he just posted about this the other day. We're gonna touch this real quick, then we're gonna get out of here. My guy Vincent just posted this the other day. about living in your truth, right? I need to understand something. I said, then we're gonna get out of here. I said, I know we've touched all of our topics, but I gotta understand something. What the heck does that mean? Like real talk. I keep hearing that now. Everybody living in their truth, right? What in the heck does that mean?
It looks like, for me, it looks like to me when I see somebody say it, and this is just my personal opinion, my POV, right? When I see somebody say living a truth, it's usually right after they done said something foul or something disrespectful or
Facts.
something reckless or something ridiculous. Then they'll say, that's just my truth. I gotta live my truth. And it's like, I remember what this saying meant when it first came out about living your truth and walking and living your truth, like people living like your true self, like being who you really are, and saying what you really mean. And it was originally presented as a positive thing for people to finally just be who they are, right? But now it's like, and it could have originated from there. I don't know. It could have, but now it's like all of a sudden people just use it to say whatever they want to say, like, and get away with it. Like, oh, that's just my truth. I just gotta live my truth. And usually somebody will say that right after they do or say something super reckless. And I'm like, just like now, all of a sudden, I don't know. Now it's every masculine person is toxic. Every masculine man is toxic now. Like,
Right.
that now that's a thing, right? So I just feel like it's one of those things is getting overused, and the original definition or meaning of it, we've gotten so far from it. It could have came from the alphabet community. I'm not really sure, but I know when I used to see women say it when I first became aware of it, it was more like, I'm living my truth now. This is who I am. I'm not trying to fake it or front for nobody or whatever. But now I don't know what it's become.
Okay. Let me this comment from Wizard Lynette. She said that means live up to you and the standards of what you believe in. Don't try to be something you are not, or live up to other people's standards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I question that, Woodsy. Let's see, Donovan, he said, let's see, a drunk tongue speaking a sober mind, minus the alcohol. Okay. Yeah, so go ahead, C Prince.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, and this is my experience when I especially talk to the young people, when they say they live in their truth, they saying they are complacent in their life the way it is. Hands down. They know what their life is. They know what their outcome. They have no ambition to go from there. They're satisfied in how they're living. You know what I'm saying? It's not because they said something messed up or something like that, because guess what? We all say something messed up, but they know who they are and they're satisfied. Mm-hmm. They don't have no ambitions to do anything else but be the person they are today, tomorrow, and forever. You know what I'm saying? Until they realize that the way they live in is not a moral standards, or if it is a moral standard, you know what I'm saying? If they don't want to achieve nothing, they're happy, they're content where they at. And that's why if you look at the younger generation and they say, I'm living my best life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The best life.
They're living their best life. Which includes saying whatever you want to say and do whatever you want to do. I don't see that. Perhaps you see that in your circles. In my circles, when somebody say they live in their truth, it usually typically comes, not always, but it can often come behind or in front of somebody getting ready to say or do something that's either disrespectful or offensive or boisterous or reckless. So for me, what Donovan said to me, that's what I've been seeing. A bunch of, drunk tongue, sober people. Like and then they say, I'm living my truth. That's my truth, right? And it's more of becoming like their own personal POV on things. And so I'm not saying that there aren't some people who are still using that particular ideology for what it was meant. But I also see a lot of people just kind of using it as an excuse to say or do whatever they want.
You know what?
Yeah, I can feel that. I was just curious. Go ahead, C Prince.
I agree with you. Some people do, but more you gotta look at the ways that, if you look and you really talk and you see these young, they believe, saying there's no difference in living your truth and living your best life. Point blank, it's the one and the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They don't define the English language like we did when we were younger. I hate to say it like that, but guess what? They got acronyms and all kinds of stuff for words that I don't understand to this day sometimes. But I tell you like this, when a person tell you that they live in the truth, you need to pay attention to who they are, because guess what? They didn't say something mess up the first time. They've been saying it all the time. It's just when they said, I'm living my truth, you paid attention. You know what I'm saying? You paid attention. That now they, you know what I'm saying? So I don't see that as a negative. I just think that we're not paying attention to who we are around when they say it. Until they say it, we don't recognize, because we got our blinders on, because he's cool. He's funny. You know what I'm saying? She's funny. He's cool.
Yeah, no, I think just based on the conversation, let me get this last comment. We'll get ready to wrap. Vincent said, seems like they tried to go against tradition. And yeah, I will agree with that, Vince. Lester, I think, Lester, I was just curious about this really, because I've, been hearing this statement a lot lately, and saw it on Vince's post the other day. But yeah, I think that saying living my truth has turned into the same thing that toxic has turned into, the same thing that toxic masculinity, all of these terms, right, that are used when somebody doesn't like what somebody else is saying, or even living my truth is used when somebody doesn't, to Vince's point, does not want to be traditional, or, to Chloe's point, says something disrespectful or what have you. So it's kind of used as a cover or a excuse card, if you will, in certain situations, not all. But yeah, I was just curious since you brought it up. But yeah, no, it's been a great show. We're gonna take some closing statements and get ready to get out of here. We ain't running late tonight like we've been doing. But like I said, shout out to everybody who joined us tonight. We appreciate you guys. We had a lot of viewers on tonight, so shout out to everybody. Definitely share out the show, spread the word. Like I said, we're trying to get as many folks as we can to come be a part of these conversations. Like I said, we appreciate everybody commenting. Shout out to Vincent Williams. Shout out to Woodsy Lynette. Shout out to Donovan Crawford. Shout out to Candace Renee. Man, you guys are showing mad love. We got a lot of comments in here. But shout out to you guys for joining us tonight. C Prince, you got anything you want to say in closing before we get ready to get out of here, man?
I mean, the young lady spoke the truth, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the reality is this, everybody little hoism in them in the early age stages of life. They do. Men and women both. Ain't nothing wrong with it, because you got experience. You got to experience life. Hands down, you got experience. You got to know what you want. You know what I'm saying? And
hold on, man. Hold on. So why do you have to experience it like that to know what you want?
You know what? I will say like this. We gave it the name hoism before it was called dating. She's loose or something.
No.
Like hold on. Listen to this.
Oh my God!
I'm
that ain't the same, friend. You know that ain't the same.
Look. Listen to this. Like the young boy said, we're gonna give her back to the neighborhood. But
right.
but I'm telling you, like
current day, they say she for the streets. That's what they say.
Right. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. Me, I'm a firm believer. A single woman cannot be a hoe.
Okay.
She cannot.
Bruh.
No. And I'm gonna explain that right here and right now.
Oh my goodness.
Listen to this. Sluts, hoes, whatever you want to call them. Them are titles for people who are in relationships.
No.
Listen to this.
Stop the cat.
They are for people who are in relationships.
Stop the cat.
Listen to this.
Do I have to pull the dictionary out for you?
Listen to this.
Do I have to pull out the dictionary?
I don't care what the dictionary say, because
Stop
guess what?
Let him close. Let him close this out. Go ahead, see.
Let me tell you later. I don't care what the dictionary say, because guess what? You know, when women are single and they find them, they are categorized into these things. You know what I'm saying? They're categorized. They're trying to find out who they self, just like us young men. Hands down.
Y'all too. We all doing that stuff.
But think about this. Ain't nobody committed. So guess what? So there's no harm, no foul.
Make it better.
Listen, there's no harm, no foul. But when you commit, you know what I'm saying? When you commit to somebody, and then you go outside that, you got some names that you might be called willfully, man or woman. You get them names. But guess what? Because for you to call a single woman out of her name because she's comfortable in her sexuality and who she is, that's not wrong. I mean, that's straight up wrong.
So in order to be comfortable, so let me get this straight. I really need to get off of here, to be honest. But to really be comfortable, to really be, I'm living my truth. But to really be comfortable with your sexuality means you have to sleep without any type of discretion. You have to sleep with whomever, whenever, how many ever. That's how you get comfortable in your sexuality. So these are this is how we've taken things, and I'm not talking about Steve Prince. I'm just speaking in general. Like, this is how we've taken things and redefined them, right? There's adultery, which is when you sleep with somebody when you're married. It's fornication. Is when you sleep with any person. When you sleep with any person unmarried, right? Okay. Back in the day, they used to call them whores. We just dropped a couple letters, right? Whores. And it didn't have nothing to do with you. Nobody cared if you was trying to get comfortable with your sexuality. You was still a whore. And I'm not trying to even be funny or hard on nobody. I'm just simply saying this is what it is. We have to stop redefining stuff. The reason why it's okay to do things now that was once frowned upon is because we've redefined these things now. We've given them these new titles, and now it's not as bad, because if you say it like this, then it's not as bad. It's still, you still fornicating, you still out here having sex and sleeping around unmarried, and it's not a judgment, but let's just let me live my truth. This is the actual unadulterated truth. We don't have to water it down. We don't have to pretty it up. At the end of the day, I love you, sis. But if you are out here, and you know this, sis, you know this, if you are out here sleeping with anybody that is not your husband, it is fornication. Let's just call it what it is and stop putting a pretty little bow on it so that we can do it and feel better about it. How about let's not do that? Now that's some truth for you. I'll land my plane.
Once again, I understand that you were living in your truth, but the reality is this: we gotta stop defining relationships on just being married, because a lot of people are not married no more. And I know that's a sore spot with you, but at the same time, these women, I mean, they don't make them less a woman for out there finding out who they are. It doesn't make them. It doesn't.
Thank you, Donovan. Exactly, you know, Donovan. Exactly.
That's what it is. I ain't saying skin. Look, I'm saying this.
That's what it is.
Guess y'all got to let me close this show.
Yeah, look. I'm saying like this, Quay. Just because she's out there, somebody's gonna marry that woman. I don't care if she said 100.
I hope so.
But guess what?
I hope they do.
Until she's ready, and guess what? The only ones I know who control a woman's body is called pimps. You know what I'm saying? They pimping hard. They making
no woman should be controlling her own body.
But like I said, so she gonna do what she wants. You know what I'm saying? And she wants to go out here and test the water. That's what she's gonna do. If she want to keep herself, that's what she's gonna do. We can't.
Okay,
judge
but
them.
the
They
at
live in
the
their truth.
same time, and I'm literally done. The thing is, so nobody's debating, and this is my close for real, y'all. Nobody's debating that a woman can or cannot do what she wants to do. By all means, that is your right. Nobody is debating whether or not how what you call it, how you dress it up, will you name it, anything like that. Nobody is trying to police your body. Please stop saying stuff like that.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to do that. But what I will say is this: there is a moral standard that has been set for all of us. We can ignore it. We can pretty it up. We can say it's something that it's not. We can redefine it. But at the end of the day, it still is what it is, right? Because we all have a creator, whether we believe in him or not. We didn't all just arrive, right? And yes, it's fornication. Yep. Yes, it's adultery. Yes, all of that. And the thing is if you're going to live your truth, then just be honest about your truth. Don't say I'm going to live my truth, but then say, oh, but it's just this, or oh no, we don't say it like that. It's this. If you're going to live your truth, this is the moment when you really stand in your truth and you live it, right? And you own it, and you say, this is what I do, or this is what I've done. I'm in a different place now, whatever, however, whatever, or maybe you're not. But I just feel like if we're gonna own this live your truth thing, then let's not let it be conditional. Like my husband said earlier, let's not pick and choose, ladies, when it's gonna be okay, when it's not gonna be okay, what's toxic, what's not, when I should be masculine, when I shouldn't, when he should step up, when he shouldn't. Like if we're gonna live our truth, right, then we have to accept that there's a standard, and it doesn't matter how we try to repackage it. It just is what it is. And I'm all about people honestly, authentically living their truths. But what I'm not about, and I don't understand, is this movement of people wanting to make excuses for everything or redefine everything to make it better or more comfortable or sound nicer. I don't know how you can do that and then say I'm living my truth.
Well, once again, go ahead.
Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying, listen to this. The young lady told the truth. Women are doing what they need to do in this world. And I'm not saying wrong, right, or indifferent. But the thing about it is, there's always a but. We have to be open-minded. We have an open mind. And check this out. Because guess what? Just because they're out there, that don't mean they don't have morals. It doesn't mean that. You know what I'm saying? People got to understand. Morals is not just based on your actions. It's how you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think that you can't be a moral person being out there living your life. That's a false narrative too. You know what I'm saying?
There's a certain thing as bad morals, right? All morals aren't good morals.
I know that, but a lot of us have lived that life. And a lot of us now are married. But guess what?
That's
true. We had to find who we were.
That's first. True.
So guess what? It's what's set for me or my path is not set for this person.
Okay.
So they got to find their own path in this world.
Okay.
You got to do it. And guess what? Sometimes it's not our views or any else, it's their view. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, Prince, nobody's debating that. No. Nobody's debating that, right? Like I agree with all of that. The part that I'm just trying to play is if that's the case, you're figuring it out, you're walking your path. It's not always going to be smooth. All of that is true. But then I just want people to be honest about it though, and not try to, dress it up or sugarcoat it or say it's anything other than what it actually is.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it depends on, and I say it like this, it depends on your belief system, what you gonna call it. Because everybody's beliefs ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? That's how I say. But we ain't hear about that neither. So in closing is, you know what? I like the young lady who gave her views, she need to come on the show and get some more views so we can have some fun with this. That's my closing statement.
For sure. All right, we got to get out of here, man. Shout out to everybody who joined us tonight. Like I said, this is Kandid Konvos. We do this every Wednesday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, every Wednesday night. I said, definitely like, share, subscribe, spread the word, bring your friends, tell a friend. I said, we're trying to grow, our support for the show and increase our following. I said, we're trying to get this content to as many people as we can. So join us every Wednesday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, every Wednesday night. And with that being said, everybody have an awesome night. We will catch you guys next Wednesday.